Hello, Christ Church friends and family. It's Pastor Ben here with the weekly update. This week in worship, we're going to conclude our sermon series, The Road Less Traveled, on the book of James. We're going to be at the end of chapter 3 and some of chapter 4. And in it, James is acknowledging that he's sensing a lot of dispute and conflict and division within the church community. Let me know if that resonates. Not our church community, but the larger world and culture at the moment, division, arguments, conflict, right? I'm telling you, this stuff is timeless. And he talks about, in essence, sometimes how we get caught up with disordered desires instead of wisdom from above, from God, but living into sort of earthly cravings. And so we're going to navigate how it is that God calls us to be in community with one another and seeking God's mind and heart, as opposed to maybe some of our own internal disordered desires, and how to reorder those. So join us on Sunday in worship as we hear about greatness being redefined in the way that God would define it, not the way that the world defines it. A couple other reminders coming up. This Sunday, our church council, the sort of leadership body of the life of the church, is meeting at 1 o'clock. Also this Sunday at 4 o'clock, we have our annual Trunk or Treat event. And for whatever reason, it seems there's been a little bit of a slow ramp up to getting folks to register to their trunk, and they're helping us disperse candy. And really what we're dispersing is the good news of Jesus and fellowship with the larger community. We have preschool families, after school families, the larger community come. And so we need your help. We talk a lot about wanting to reach the community, wanting to share the good news. Well, this is one of those intersecting moments, and I need us to show up. So lots of folks have expressed, yeah, we're going to do it. It's time. It's this Sunday at 4 o'clock. And it's always so much fun to be out there together to welcome the community in. So if you've been thinking about it or kind of on the fence or needed that little extra prompt, this is it. As you get this, I invite you to use the QR code to register, and I look forward to seeing you Sunday afternoon at 4. Fast forwarding to the following Sunday, November 3rd, we're going to be celebrating All Saints. That is the annual moment in which we roll call those who have gone on to the church triumphant, those who have died since last November. We're beginning to collect those names. I always say, certainly we'll call the names of the saints of Christ Church, but if there's somebody in your family or a friend, a neighbor that you'd like to have their name called, please submit that, and we will light a candle and call their name. Remember, if they matter to you, they matter to us. In advance of that, so next Saturday night, November 2nd, you get the great gift. Are you ready? Drum roll. You get an extra hour of sleep. So you're going to show up on November 3rd for the All Saints celebration, rested, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed. It'll be a wonderful celebration. Be sure to mark your calendar and note that change. Looking further into November, on November 17th at 3 o'clock, we're going to have our annual Charge Conference where we deal with the business of the church. Committees and teams have been working on their reports, and look forward to that date when our superintendent will be with us. Earlier that morning on the 17th at 9 a.m., we're going to give out Bibles to 3rd through 5th graders. If there's someone in your life, in your family, that has not gotten a Bible from the church, who's in the 3rd through 5th grade, if you'll let Pastor Lee know, we'll look forward to that day in worship. Two other things I want to share with you. You may notice in the coming week and weeks as you come and go from the church that the bottom floor of building 103, that's the middle of the 3 brick buildings, that bottom floor, we've entered into a formal lease agreement with Caldwell Banker, and they are going to be officing in that space. They've done a lot of work to ramp it up and prepare it for them. Hear me, we did not sell that building. We are leasing it to Caldwell Banker. So just to clarify that, that's going to provide some revenue to help our mission and ministry. I think it's a win-win. I thank our trustees for engaging in that holy work. And you may hear more about that going forward, but just you're going to see more activity and wanted to clarify that. Last, as of the filming of this update, I wanted to give a brief update related to Alice Parsons. You saw our special announcement go out, I hope. Alice, a member of the choir, beloved member of the church, went missing late last week. The Chatham County Sheriff's Department has done a wonderful job, masterful job of being engaged in the search, marshaling all of the resources that they have, following all the leads that they know about. As of the filming, Alice has not been located. We've not stopped searching, not stopped looking. We will continue to do that. I've had opportunity to speak to her family, specifically her daughter, We've been in prayer with them and in constant conversation. I hope you will continue to pray for Alice, for her family, her daughter Rachel, for the grandchildren. Our hearts are hurting. We certainly hope that she is found soon and very soon. We know that we can never be outside of God's presence. And so we know that God is with Alice and that God's hand is with Alice. And we pray for her safe return to us and pray that God will be with her family and with Alice. And know you join me in those prayers. That's what I've got for you today. I hope that you stay safe and well, and we will see you in worship.